What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Killer Keemstar.
I'm Only Use Me Blade.
This is the BadKidCast. It's an audio cast that you listen to while you game.
Or do whatever. I would go through this every time.
Gotta let people know. Gotta get them on that, because so many people do it now. But listen, this show has 0 sponsors. So if you want to sponsor a Bad Kid episode, you need to get a hold of us, because it's super cheap. They'll be super excited. It's going to be awesome.
Super excited.
But anyhow, we recently had some donations come in, because I was tweeting before we did the show. I was like, look, we got no sponsors. Anybody want a sponsor? And 2 people were like, no, but I'll donate. And one dude donated $20, another dude donated $40 to help us climb that mountain. And that donation link is in the description. So basically, I want to give a shout out to those 2 guys, because together they donated like $60. It's Vaughn. It's basically VAUGHNKUEMPER.
Why do you spell their names out?
I got to spell them out because we're on fucking iTunes. More people listen to us on iTunes. Basically, there was like, we just looked it up. It's over 50,000 people are listening to us on audio, and only like 8,000, 10,000 people are listening to us on YouTube. So then the other dude that hooked us up with like $40, his Twitter is DDVZZZ, and both of these guys' Twitters are going to be in the description of this video here on YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much. And if you guys out there want to donate and help us raise that money to climb the mountain, that's going to be cool as shit. So, should we start
Link in the description. I'm ready to start the show. I'm ready. Long time. We haven't seen each other in a minute.
Yeah, let's cue the music.
Long time.
Watching another Bad Kid Cast with Killer Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? That music pumps me up.
Every time. Man, it's been a minute.
We have been gone for quite some time.
I mean, it's not like a long time in the whole grand scheme of things, but 5 days on the internet's like a year, it seems like.
Yeah, we've been doing the podcast every 2 days. And the greatest thing about not doing the podcast for a 5-day stretch is to seeing how much you're really loved. Because I don't know about you, my Twitter feed's been like, when's the next BKS? What's going on? Yeah.
I mean, I've been getting tweets about it, but also it's just been, I don't know. I popped my tire, so like, and that like happened.
How the fuck did you pop your tire?
Pulling into my driveway.
When did you do this?
When I left your house after the last podcast that we did.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like cruising home. It's late, and it's that sense of accomplishment. You did a bunch of stuff. Like I made like 2 videos that did pretty well that day on YouTube, and I did a podcast. I was just cruising on home. As I'm pulling the driveway, my nice little cruise went bumpy, and it was just like I felt like I bottomed out the bottom of my car.
What happened? Was there a nail in your driveway?
It wasn't a nail in the driveway. It's just the cement is all cracked where the driveway goes from being like sidewalk level to low level.
Wait, is this in the driveway or the sidewalk?
Sidewalk.
Well, if that's the case, doesn't the fucking town have to pay for your fucking tire?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But basically, as I pulled in the driveway, I jumped up a bunch, and it felt like I bottomed out my car. And then it was a situation where my car was losing air. I actually took it off. I actually changed the tire.
Sounds like a lawsuit.
How is it a lawsuit?
Because you have like, all this damage, like you're afraid to ever drive ever again.
Well,
like...
I'm not emotionally scarred from a popped tire. But
it fucked up your day of work. You lost a full day of work. Like,
yeah.
It seems like a lawsuit to me.
I thought about that. Like, if I were ever to have like an injury, I wouldn't really miss work unless the injury prevents me from going from my bedroom to my living room. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about that. Imagine if I went on house arrest. I'm like, I gotta work. And they're like, you work from home, fucker.
You break your fucking legs, you pull a fucking Superman thing, you fall off a horse, you're crippled, right? You can still do your job.
You know what, though? I've always thought that was interesting. Like, imagine if you were on... Would you ever do house arrest?
Would I do house arrest?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to set more up. Like, would I just out of nowhere be like, you know what? I agree to be on house arrest.
No.
Yes, lock me in my house. Can't leave.
This is the situation, okay? Situation is you spend 30 days in jail,
Okay.
or you spend 90 days on house arrest.
I don't know. I'd probably do the fucking house arrest. I think most people would.
Yeah, I think 99% of people would. I don't think you got to be pretty fucking hardcore. Like, no, they can't cage me, so just cage me a lot right now. Consolidate my caging, you know?
Yeah.
But like, think about that though. Well, we work from home, so you literally couldn't leave the house. Would it be that bad?
No, it wouldn't be. It would. Like, if you want to go outside, you could, when you're in house arrest, you can still go in your yard, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you could still go out. It's not like you can't see the sun for fucking 90 days.
That'd be some harsh ass house arrest. But like, yeah, you can still do that, but you just couldn't like. People that are in house arrest, if they have a job, they can still go to work.
I'm telling you, I get into these moods where I need the sun. I get into these moods where, like, I've been down in the basement fucking just grinding, getting shit done, and I'm like, dude, I need to go out and walk in the park today. Like, it's necessary for my survival.
Yeah.
Like, I get into those moods a lot. And I don't know.
All right, so a couple things I want to talk about. I think this is something funny that happened, okay?
What happened?
So, I did a dual commentary with a person I play with, Miss Ink Queen, right?
Who's that?
the-
I know who that is.
Yeah, she was at the
girl with the big big dick. What the fuck? Big tits.
Yeah, the girl with the big tits, the tattoos like across, and kicked it with her a bunch or whatever. Chill with the girl, right?
Yeah.
Did a dual commentary with her, right? Literally talked about boobs, so it was easy. It was a Skype call. It was the most natural fucking conversation ever because it's talking about tits, right? So I did this commentary with her, and she's been having issues with her network, right?
What network is she in?
Yaush. So she's been having issues.
What is the issues that she's been having?
She's trying to get paid.
Wait, they're not paying her?
She hasn't been paid yet.
How long has she been with them?
A while.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so she's been emailing him, talking to him, and it's okay for me to say this because she put this out on her Twitter, right? Like she actually put a screenshot.
So you're not exposing.
I'm not exposing anything, okay?
Youch, you're just saying what she already put
What
public.
she's doing now. She's a small channel. It's like
I'm telling you, kids, don't go to Youch, dude. Like
Stop.
I'm sorry, but I have big friends that have fucking like 250,000 subscribers in Youch, and they showed me their analytics. Those motherfuckers are getting screwed. Like, you just look at the fucking analytics and how much you should be making compared to what the paycheck is, and it's like, dude, you're getting like 30 cents a CPM.
All right, so I can't co-sign any of that. I'm just saying what's actually been made public from her on her Twitter, so I'm cool with saying this, okay? Gotta make me put a fucking political card on that shit. Sorry. Okay, anyway, so
I just don't know how in any fucking, like, how does KS Silencer, Jimmy whatever's way, like, honestly make videos? Like, if I was fucking people over like that, I would not be able to be in public. I know you don't want to go there, but come on, dude. That's fucking horrible what they're doing.
Okay, so can I just tell my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So she's been talking back and forth with them, and she got this message back from one of the people at support, right? And one of the people at support was basically saying, oh, we looked at your channel, and on days when you had major view spikes, our systems just assume that was like botting, because there's no way that your channel would be averaging this many views, and then all of a sudden one day,
oh my god, how are you going to tell me this story and have me not go on a rant on these motherfuckers? They're criminals.
okay, listen,
Go ahead.
listen. So what happened was she's done a dual commentary with me, and all I did was I gave it a like on the video, right?
Okay.
And she has a channel, but it's kind of small, so
Very small channel.
my like boosted her views for that video, obviously,
Right.
and they looked at it as a massive view spike. And then it happened another time when another commentator liked her video or whatever,
Yeah.
and so they looked at it. It was a massive view spike, and that it was botting.
What the fuck? Like, I mean, like, these guys are fucking criminals. They're criminals. Yo, if that was your network, would you fucking be like, this is what's happening, oh well.
I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't fly. But
I'd be like, look, these guys are fucking criminals. Like, what the
that
fuck?
is crazy for a network to be like, hey, you're getting lots of views. Shame on you. Like, obviously you're botting. Like, no, I got a fucking like from a larger YouTuber. That's it.
Have you ever talked to fucking like some of these Yoush people, like the smaller channels and stuff? They're like, I'm not doing this for money. I just do it for fucking, like, I like being part of the community. They're giving me a lot of support. I really like that they're like, you know, they're hooking me up with other YouTubers. Yeah, but like you're fucking giving them all your money. Like, I understand that. That makes a lot of sense, but you're owed money. Like, you're putting, if you want to do it for fun and for free and all that, don't partner your channel. Don't force your fucking subscribers to watch advertisements on your videos so someone else can get money. That's stupid.
Yeah, but I mean...
That's like fucking paying for friendship. That is literally like, well, I wanted these, that Chaos Jimmy Silencer fucker to be my friend, so I decided to give him all my money. What the fuck kind of logic is this? You're getting fucked over. Oh my God. I'll go on for fucking days. These guys are criminals. They're fucking criminals.
I just wanted to
You better talk about something else real quick,
Okay, I'll
because
talk
I
about
can't
something-
get off this subject.
I fucked up. Can I talk about me fucking up?
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the phone with somebody, and I was just casually playing Call of Duty. And so
I saw the video.
So the way this works is, like, a lot of times there's, like, I'm going to sneak in some quick Call of Duty, and then there's some times when I actually get on and, like, play sessions, right?
Okay.
This was literally, I didn't even have my headset on. I was talking on the phone with somebody, and as I'm talking to him, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play some Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is a game type on Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
So when you go on there, they just give you a gun and you shoot, and it's simple, right?
Yeah.
When I do that, I go on my other account, and that's pretty much what
So
I
you
play.
assume that you were on your other account. You ended up shooting on the Only Use Me Blade account.
I played for an hour
Oh,
on my Only Use Me Blade
no.
account. And what tipped me off is that I was getting lots of messages. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I getting so many messages? Like, why would I be getting messages? This isn't Only Use Me Blade.
Right.
And I looked at the scoreboard, and I came in first, but it's like, Only Use Me Blade. And it's like, the final kill cam's like me, like, drop-shotting with a fucking MP7. And I'm like, no! I'm like, here's the thing. Like, if I accidentally shoot, if I'm on Only Use Me Blade, and I, like, hiccup or something, and I fucking fart or something, I accidentally shoot, I'll dashboard. It doesn't count. But I've been playing for an hour. There's no taking that back.
Dude, that's insane.
So I was like, fuck, that ruins the whole thing.
No, if that's in your mind, it's not really in the viewer's mind.
I know it's not in the viewer's mind. I know the viewers wouldn't really care.
That's just something you held true to for a while, you know?
Yeah, and so also another thing is...
You had shots on that count regardless because you needed it to unlock something.
Nope. No shots fired on that account.
What did you... what?
No
I
shots...
thought you needed to shoot in order to unlock certain things.
Nope. No shots fired. Okay. Sort of. I don't call it a shot, but I did have to use the crossbow in order to get a gold... In order to get a golden or platinum or whatever.
So that's technically a shot.
But still, that was the only thing on my account. The only thing... If people go to my account, they're like, wow, the only thing he has is ballistic knives, combat knives, tomahawks, and some riot shields, and some but that's it. You know what I mean? That's all that it was. And so now, if people were to go to look at the account, they'd be like, he has 10 kills with like 30 different guns because the sharpshooter thing just cycles through guns.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So I reset my master prestige.
What does that do?
Master, do you know what do you mean? What does that do?
What does it do? I don't know what resetting it means.
Resetting means that you go back to as if you've never played at all. So you're ranked 1.
Why would people do that?
Some people do it just for more playability,
or once they learn the skill, then they want to fix their KD.
That's my KD is super high right now.
Yeah,
just because it's a fresh start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that, but you lose everything. You lose all your guns, you lose all your attachments, you lose your perks. You have to go through.
But your history's gone.
But my shots are gone. So
Dude,
I'm not going to go to Master Prestige again.
People are like fucking storming me, dude. They're like, "Yo, where are the trolls? Where's the BKS? What's going on, Keemstar? Why have you been missing in action?" All right. You know how I told you like I was having a problem making videos?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that whole thing that was going on where I was like, this isn't the right thing. Instead of me sitting there worrying anymore, I decided, well, I didn't really make a decision to do this. It just kind of happened. Like, I left YouTube for a couple days, right? And all I was doing, I was playing Rust with X-Jaws and a couple other friends. J-Lou from MLG. I'm just trying to name the people that other people know, right? And a couple other random friends that you guys don't know. But we're playing this game Rust. And in Rust, right, it's like Daisy and Minecraft together.
Yeah,
like,
we talked about it in the podcast.
Yeah, we talked about it before. But basically, the whole goal in Rust is to fucking get enough supplies, build a house, secure your fucking house so nobody can break in, and fucking stash all the stuff that you've been fucking gathering, right? So we make this fucking giant house, right? Me, X-Jaws, and these other people, right? Make this giant house, and we put metal doors on the fucking house. And the reason why you want to have metal doors is nobody can take them down. In order to take down a metal door, you need like 3 explosives. And explosives can take you... One explosive could take you like 3 hours to make.
Are you serious? Oh, so you're set.
So I'm set, dude.
All right.
If you're fucking taking down a metal door, then you're fucking wasting about... fucking, I don't know, fucking 10 hours of gameplay to take down that door to get other people's stuff and steal their shit, right?
Okay.
So we're set, dude. We got this fucking gang. We're all set. Fucking these 4 guys come up, right? And there's me, X-Jaws, Dylan, and someone else. We're in the house, right? 4 guys come up, and they're storming the house, right? And they're trying to get in, right?
Don't you see them coming?
We see them coming, right? But they can't get in because we got metal doors. So we're just sitting back with fucking M4s and shotguns. If these motherfuckers want to waste explosives and come through the door, that's fine. We're going to blow them up, right?
Yeah.
Fucking X-Jaws starts getting a little greedy, right? He wants to go out and fight them. So X-Jaws opens up his fucking doors, goes out there and fucking gets killed, right? They all run in, kill us all, fuck up our sleeping bags, and the sleeping bag is like the spawn point, so we can't even spawn back in. We lose the house. We lose everything. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself...
Wait. So X-Jaws went kamikaze and like left the house?
Left the house with the doors open. Left the doors open. I'm thinking to myself, dude, what is up with my friends and leaving the fucking door open?
Oh, wow.
Because every time you're at my fucking house, you leave the fucking door open.
When's the last time I did that?
You haven't done it in a while. You've been pretty good.
Bam.
I'm just saying, like, what the fuck is up with you guys? X-Jaws, why did you leave the fucking door open?
That's so fucking true, though.
So, yeah, I've been hammering X-Jaws to come back to YouTube. I'm like, dude, you need to make YouTube videos. You need to make YouTube videos. You almost have 1 million subs, and I get it. I understand that you're doing different stuff right now, but you need to come back. And he wants to come back.
Okay.
He wants to come back, but he's just not doing it. I don't know.
Maybe he wants to... Who knows? I'm not in the mind to X-Jaws. Maybe he wants to like come back with a different format. Maybe the format that he had been doing before he doesn't think will work anymore. Gameplay commentaries are kind of not the thing anymore. You know what I mean? We've talked about this. Gameplay commentaries are not really what the people want to see for some reason. The people that do watch it love it, but people aren't really checking it out. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He's got some hesitation. Like, I think, I don't know if I should even say this, but I don't think that he feels like he's accepted anymore in the COD community.
That's not true. He still has people
That's
that
what
watch.
I'm telling him. Why the fuck isn't he making videos?
That's for his, but you know what, though? Whatever reason that a person wants to stop doing YouTube or do it a lot less or whatever, that's their reason. People harp on me, get on my case about that guy who camps to upload. I'm like, I'm not him.
Here, that's another person that I don't understand. What the fuck's wrong with you? Make videos. Like, I watch your videos.
But you know what? This steps into a really weird area when a person stops making videos. And, you know, they don't make the cheesy, oh, I'm not making videos or a status update like some people do. Like, a lot of times, half the time, if someone goes on a fucking vacation for 2 days, they got to make a video and tell them why. Or they feel the need to know, let the people know. But, like, X-Jaws is that guy who camps, right?
Yeah.
2 YouTubers that, as far as I know, used to be really consistent, and now they don't really upload too much anymore, right?
Yeah.
When's the last time X-Jaws uploaded a video?
I've fucking forever ago. Here's the thing. And listen, this was said privately. I should probably keep it private, but I don't think he'd mind me saying this, right? It's not like I'm exposing him or anything, but fucking, I said to Jaws is like, look, dude, I'm doing bigger stuff now. I'm working with the music industry. I'm doing this kind of stuff. Like, I want to upload videos. I want to continue to do it, but right now I'm doing bigger, better things, right? And I'm like, and I'm like, Jaws, but listen, if I'm an X-Jaws fan, right?
Yeah.
Where do I go to watch X-Jaws videos? And he's like, yeah, you're right. You know, I don't know if he's coming back or not. One person I know who's coming back is iFly.
Oh, great.
This motherfucker sends me a text message that says 8/10/2013. Okay. That's all it says.
How are you...
So I respond question mark, nothing. Now he changed his avatar to his channel to 8/10/2013.
All right, here's my take on it. I'm gonna have the Marv Albert approach to this. Okay, you know who Marv Albert is?
No.
Marv Albert was a basketball announcer, right?
Okay.
He would like announce the finals, like he was that well known, right?
Yeah.
And there was a big sex scandal with him a long, long time ago, right?
Okay.
Where he got caught with the hooker with a ball gag in his mouth and like all kinds of crazy kinky ass shit, right?
Okay.
I don't remember the whole story of it all, but basically it was really freaky, prostitute, weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he had the ball gag in his mouth and he was like bent over, like he was like
yeah.
out there, right?
Yeah.
So he like goes away, like he gets fired from his job at NBC or ABC or whatever, and he just kind of goes away. And then like 2 years later, he's like back and he's announcing shit, and no one says anything. And I'm like, wait a second, we all remember the fucking you being a fucking weirdo. We're not gonna forget about that.
Right.
How? Here's the thing. I always said about the whole iFly, I'm not his manager, I'm not his life coach or his YouTube advisor, I don't know his whole situation, but I always thought, either with the whole situation that happened, just don't even acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge it, then people are going to forget about it, just keep on making videos. But he just like left and like closed his channel. If you're going to come back, it's going to be fucking awkward, okay? You're going to be like the fucking person at the family reunion that went to prison. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't see... Okay, listen. If iFly never would have left, right?
Yeah.
If he would have just said, look, dude, I was beaten off for some money or whatever, or just gave an explanation
talk
to
shit.
that.
Be like, you can't make money beaten off. I figured out how to make money beaten off. Get on my level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. if he would have fucking acted that way and downplayed the situation,
Yeah.
right, there would be no hate. He'd fucking beat it. There'd still be...
Stupid.
He'd fucking beat it. No. He would beat the charge, you know? Like, the thing is when you do what Raw Instinct did, or if you do what iFly did, and just leave, you cannot come back. You cannot
Why
come
can't
back.
they?
You can't come back, dude, when you just leave.
People leave all the time. Take breaks, do whatever, like get their life in order.
Nobody cares anymore. I don't really care that iFly is coming back. The only reason why I talked about it is because I was talking about Jaws and I started thinking about it. But nobody...
Hutch left and came back and he's doing fine.
Yeah, but Hutch did not leave because of scandal. You know what I mean? Hutch left when people didn't want him to leave. These people were under scandal and other scrutiny and they left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Yo, if I ever get fucking drama alerted on, you know what I mean? I'm using that for more publicity. What is wrong with these fools?
Then you can make your own drama alerts. Just make drama alerts about you.
So you're saying that I need to go fucking, like, do something shitty and then fucking expose myself?
Well, I don't think you're... I don't know. Go for it. See how that happens. See what kind of third person, what the fuck is going on thing happens.
I've done that before. There's been times where Keemstar's act like an asshole and he had to get drama alerted.
The cool part about it is that when you do that, you do it so... You actually refer to Keemstar, and I've actually seen in comments people like, I thought that was the same person. Like, they were like, why is he referring to this person in that way?
Yeah.
You were saying something interesting today, and I came up with an excellent thing. You're like, I don't think you take internet sarcasm too well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of times someone will be like, you're a failed troll. You're not entertaining at all, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll go to their fucking YouTube channel, and they've fucking liked that video that they've commented on, and they've liked every single one of my videos. And it's like, okay, well, this person's not getting banned.
Okay. I think that sarcasm, I'm a sarcastic person.
Right.
Sometimes I say sarcastic things, but I don't think I'm ever misinterpreted, okay? And the reason why is because I only say sarcastic things to people that I know, all right?
Well, if you're going to say something sarcastic, you need to add, like, a JK or a fucking LOL.
There needs to be a sarcasm sign.
Or, like, what they should do is have moods on Twitter where, like, if you're using sarcasm, your tweet shows up, like, yellow. If you're fucking saying something in anger, it should show up red.
You know what it is,
like
though, is that people... I think the red thing for the anger thing would work, but, like, the whole idea of sarcasm is that they're supposed to act as if they're too cool to even acknowledge that they're being sarcastic. I think that's one of the problems. And you can't be sarcastic with someone that you don't know. I can be sarcastic with you. I can be sarcastic with Hex. I can be sarcastic with Grizz. I can be sarcastic with people that I know, and they're going to get the humor.
Yeah.
But, like, if... No offense, I apologize, but if I don't actually know you, and you say some crazy shit to me on Twitter, I'm just going to assume you're serious. How do I know? I don't know your brand of humor.
Right,
You know?
right. Where's the fucking ashtray?
I think you had to buy your feets.
It was there. It's not there anymore.
Oh, here you go, buddy.
Yeah, I've lost my battle with quitting smoking cigarettes. I still smoke cigarettes. I gotta fucking quit. It's sort of fucking disgusting. I can't stand it.
It is what it is.
I can't stand it. Speaking about smoking, the stuff that we have right now I love it.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Like, the things, like...
I feel like I'm a person dealing with medication, and I'm like, nope, this is not the right medication. Give me on something else, doctor.
Nah, the shit I'm smoking, dude, the stuff we have right now, I'm literally, like, getting shit done. You know what I mean? Like, I smoke, and I want to work.
Yeah, I don't know. This stuff just seems too generic to me. It just doesn't... It doesn't do the job. For me,
It doesn't... Well, it's not really a headspace. Like...
That's what weed's supposed to be, though.
No, this is more of a, like, fucking, like, get up and move type of shit.
If you are looking for something to get up and move and get shit done, it's not weed. That's like the epitome
That's
of...
not true. That is not true. That is not true. There is some weed that I smoke where I get hyper and I, like, want to get up and go outside and do things. You know what I mean? There's some weed that I smoke where I want to curl up in a ball and watch a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's...
That's the shit I like, though.
And
That's what most pot smokers like, is to curl up and watch a movie.
And
weed,
there's
though.
some weed that you smoke and you literally just sit there and you leave this realm and your mind just goes and you're fucking thinking about endless amounts of fucking possibilities for Sunday chill commentaries.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
that's
there's
the shit though.
But what I'm saying is the stuff that I like is the stuff that gets me up and moving, and that's what I think this is.
Yeah, I just don't. The quality of the high is not very good. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make my nose tickle.
I don't
when
really
open it.
like when. Okay, so listen, the shit that makes you just like sit there and think about like stuff that you normally wouldn't think about.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like that because there are so many different possibilities that my mind wants to explore. Like picture like the Matrix scene where they're in the hallway with all the doors.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say that that's your brain, right? Mm-hmm. And fucking you get into that one mode when you're smoking and, there's all these different possibilities and things that you haven't thought of, all these different, what's the term, philosophies that you've never explored, right? And imagine them all doors, right?
Yeah.
When I go to that place, dude, I'm running in and out of all the doors, like real fast, like boom, 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 boom. And it's fucking like exhausting because I cannot keep track of what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm going so fast that I don't memorize shit,
I get what you're saying, but like weed's not supposed to make you do that though, bro. You're like, you need like Adderall or something. Okay, can I say something though? Like, okay.
What about the Adderall scandal in fucking esports?
Explain the scandal. You probably know it better than I do.
All right, so basically, it's well known that all the people in professional Call of Duty and a lot of other esports games. I shouldn't say all the people because there's going to be one motherfucker out there that's like, wait, I've never used enhancing drugs.
I'm not going to say the person's name, but I watched a video from someone, and I swear there's sometimes when you see someone in a club, you're like, wow, that person's really drunk.
Yeah.
Or you talk to someone like just comes out of the bathroom, he's got his nose all crazy. He's like, whoa, that dude is definitely coked up right now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I watched this video, and it was of a dude playing Call of Duty. And as he was navigating through the menu system, he was going light speed through the shit.
Like
Light speed. And he couldn't stop moving the cursor around. This wasn't just he's comfortable with the menu system. This was he was going a million miles a minute. I'm like, holy shit, that dude he's on Adderall. He's fucking on some kind of on some drugs. So explain more of the situation.
So basically, you go to esports like event, right? And you find out that fucking all these kids, right, that are competing are on fucking what are they called? What the fuck is the word? Prohansive drugs or whatever?
Performance enhancing
drugs, right? They're all on Adderall.
Yeah.
And it gives them the edge. And it's amazing because you watch these players like play online and they're not using Adderall because they don't want to build a tolerance for it, right? Then they get fucking to an event and they're popping the shit and you just see amazing shit from these people that you've never seen before because they're on that edge. And the thing is that this fucking team comes out of nowhere this year and starts kicking everyone's ass. Their name Impact, right? They used to be known as Frico Impact because that was their sponsor.
All right.
But the team's name Impact, right? Mm-hmm. And what happened is on this number one team, the best team this fucking year, this team like breaks up. They lose one player. So the other teammates just start publicly saying, because these guys have no fucking marketing sense. No offense to Parasite, Killa, Karma, and fucking... I always forget the other one.
But you're about to say something offensive, so how do you say no offense to him?
Well, okay, fine. Offense to you motherfuckers. You guys are idiots and you don't know how to fucking secure fucking sponsors because you act like fucking complete morons. But anyhow, I kind of like that they act like complete morons because it's entertaining, right?
Okay.
So these motherfuckers just start putting the dude that lose the team is named Karma, right? They start putting him on blast and they're like, that dude at fucking Anaheim was using Adderall.
Okay.
And they just start tweeting it out, right? Now, I'm willing to bet that these motherfuckers have all been on Adderall at some point at some event, right? Because for them not to be on Adderall and to win a fucking event means that they've won an event fair and square without fucking people out there with, like, superpowers. Because when you fucking are popping Adderall, like, and you're looking at that screen, you're getting those shots faster. Everything's more advanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for them to beat all the people with superpowers, that's amazing if they weren't all on Adderall. So they put this dude on blast, right? And at the end of the day, fucking next thing you know, people all around are accusing other people of being on Adderall when it's run rampant in the fucking, like, MLG esports fucking thing. Like, so many people are on that
Can we
shit.
make the comparison of Adderall to esports is the same thing as, like, steroids is to, say, baseball?
Yes. It's the exact same thing. And people don't want to call it a sport. Well, look, there's another example of it being a fucking sport. When you have fucking drugs to enhance your performance, like, dude, esports is a sport. I don't care what you say about it. You're not going to change the mind of me because it is a fucking sport.
It's a sport, but they're not athletes. How about that? We've talked.
How are they not athletes?
Because they're not doing something athletic.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking moving their fucking hands at lightning speed.
Okay, well, I'm a triathlon.
So, okay, listen, this is what you want to say. Oh, that guy over there that's using his legs to fucking run, he's an athlete. But the guy over there fucking moving his fucking, like, fingers.
I don't think fingers are is that moving your fingers vigorously in hand-eye
Say that,
coordination
okay,
is...
all right, let's take fingers out of athletics right now. How the fuck are you throwing a football, a baseball, fucking holding a tennis racket, holding a golf club?
That's different.
How the fuck is it different?
Because you're not doing a physical
activity. No, you're
activity.
not thinking. How is that not physical activity?
Because you're not doing athletic activities.
Oh, my God. No.
All right, we're going to agree to disagree on
Let's
this.
take fingers out of all athletics right now. You can't do any fucking sport. Good luck. Maybe soccer. Maybe soccer.
Come on, dude. That's great. Anyways, so here's my take on it. What are the side effects of Adderall? What are the negative effects of Adderall?
I don't know what the negative effects are.
Well, there's got to be some negative effects because let's say that Adderall is just an awesome fucking drug, right?
You take Adderall, all of a sudden you can focus and you can move at lightning speed, which is something that everyone wants.
Yeah. So we know that the goods. What are the cons?
I don't know what the cons are. I would imagine it's very addictive, shit like that.
Well, the reason why I say this is because, like, if you are a bodybuilder and you take steroids, there are negative effects of steroids. But there's bodybuilders that take supplements,
right?
Okay, which is basically a chemical or a powder or a natural herb or whatever. They take these supplements that allow them to perform at a higher level than usual.
Right.
Than the usual Joe. So I don't know what the only reason why we can even be upset or mad about people using why do we care if people are using Adderall? What if Adderall just makes you super focused and that's it? And there's no side effects. What are the side effects of Adderall?
I don't know.
Can we I want to get more information about this instead of just talking out my ass. We're going to pause the podcast. I'm going to do some research. Let's find out what the negative side, because if there's no negative side effects of Adderall, it's a non-issue. It's like someone complaining about someone taking vitamins. So I'm
going to look it up right now. We don't even have to pause. Let me see. So what were you saying?
The negative effects of Adderall.
Okay.
Now,
as far as like an oral, it would be upper abdominal pain, chronic trouble sleeping, loss of appetite, feeling like throwing up, nervous, easily angered or annoyed. That I've seen that before, and false sense of well-being.
That's a lot of shit just to fucking win a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? Infrequent. There's a lot of fucking side effects to Adderall.
There's tons of it, like drowsy, dizziness. Like, here's the problem with side effects, right?
Take side effects out of the game.
The side effects are so fucking. They need to focus on like one or two things, because you ever see side effects on like Tylenol? Like, if you look at the side effects on Tylenol, it's like you could die. You could potentially die. Like, yes. 1 out of like fucking 20 million chance of dying by taking Tylenol. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they still have to list it, which is so that's like fucking watching drug commercials on TV. You ever see that shit? Like, oh, you have restless leg syndrome. You could potentially die from fucking taking this medicine.
These other side effects, though, that I'm reading, urinary tract infection, hives, fever, rash, trouble breathing.
The problem with that thing, though, that we're looking at right now is that is a low instance.
That's what I want to find out. I want to find out what here. Now, also, I know this is going to be a little bit barbarian, right? But remember, that you don't remember because we didn't live during the time, but think about like gladiator times, right?
Yeah.
We used to like breed people and like throw them in there and they'd kill each other for our entertainment, right?
Right.
Now we have major sports where we watch football. When we watch football, I'm talking about American football, it's literally huge, bulky, big-ass motherfuckers attacking each other. Yeah. And like going full force and tackling them and like sacking the quarterback and like hitting people, hard hits. It's not good. Over time, they get concussions, they fucking drool on themselves. There's getting hit over and over and over.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but what's the point? What's your point you're trying to make?
The point is that people that enhance themselves like through steroids and stuff like that for football, it makes for a better show.
Right.
So, and, you know, I'm going to compare it to someone just taking a bunch of hits. If someone takes a bunch of hits in football, they're going to have side effects later on down the road that are negative.
So you're saying it's okay for them to use Adderall because they're going to have to deal with the side effects? Or you're saying it's okay for them to use Adderall because it creates better entertainment? Like
on a barbarian level, yeah.
So it's okay that we smoke weed because it makes, like, prior to the podcast, because it makes a better show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
And it's shitty, and I understand in a perfect world it's not right. If we could regulate it and say, listen, no one take Adderall, but like if they're willing to do that in order to perform better, and it's a show, it's a marketable show. I know it's shitty. I know that conclusion makes me look like an asshole, but in a way, so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's shitty because I understand there's people out there that don't want to fucking have to pop Adderall in order to stay relevant. When you have a situation like this where in order to play Call of Duty better, I'm assuming that it's tough for a non-Adderall player to compete against the Adderall player, so the person would have to.
Well, X-Shaw's had a huge problem with Adderall. He made a video about it and stuff. He was like, "Look, I'm addicted to Adderall. Like, I was using Adderall to fucking play COD. Like,
yeah,
got addicted to it. So it's very addictive. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's shitty because you don't want to make it so that people have to do something or we're encouraging a drug problem, but on a barbarian level, it's about a better show.
I've never taken Adderall, and I kind of want to experience it because I have extreme ADHD, like fucking to the max.
Yeah,
and I think it actually helps me. Like, I think it helps me do things that other people can't do, but I've never been able to extremely focus and get shit done.
And plus, there's people that are prescribed Adderall.
Oh yeah. That's well. Here's the thing: all drugs are fucking bad. You can't tell me that drugs, like them making a chemical compound and giving it to you, is fine. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that because every single thing has a fucking side effect.
Yeah. And also, I love and I hate at the same time when people are like, it's all natural. It's like, there's all natural shit all over. Doesn't mean you need to fucking eat the shit. You know what I mean?
There's all natural poison berries. Go have some. We're going to be right back after this.
That was good.
All right, we're back.
How is that motherfucker in every related video?
He's obviously doing whatever the fuck Thunder's doing. Thunder must have gave him some fucking tips and tricks.
Let's not have this in the fucking podcast.
Well, we're recording right now, so let's talk about it.
Let's give him a watch. Let's see.
All right, let's stop in it. And we are back. So basically, me and Blade were watching a lot of trailers for new games that are coming out and stuff. And Blade showed me this game. What was that? The IBB?
The Ib and Ob, I think it's called.
Ib and Ob. That was crazy. Because it's like, all right, back in the day, people used to make multiplayer games that meant like 2 players or more would play on that console. So you and your friend would be there playing. They don't make games like that anymore. I mean, they do, but not really that often.
Yeah. Or maybe it's we're adults and we're just seeing different games.
Well, I think for the most part, I'm only seeing games that are directed towards like an individual. Yeah, there's multiplayer, but you're playing online with everyone around the world. You know, I don't see too many games that are made that are like you and your friends, except for like, are you smarter than a 5th grader type of shit? You know, like.
Yeah.
But anyhow, this game was like 2 people, right?
Yeah, it looked like it was just 2 people, and it looked like it was, I don't want to say multi-dimensional, but like 2 sets of gravity at the same time.
So there's like one guy running underneath ground, one guy running on top of ground, and they have to like going back to each other's worlds to help get through the maze.
Yeah, it's a side scroller, and I don't know, it just looks cool.
It's a side scroller platformer game, puzzle solver, where you and your buddy would get on and play.
Wasn't there supposed to be like a Limbo 2?
There should be. That was a great game.
Yeah, I love Limbo. I love that. I just love that game. I don't know.
And then the other thing that I showed you, I was super excited about this. Like, fucking T. Martin's super excited. But there was this developer. His name's John Blow.
Okay.
And he made this amazing game called Braid. Did you ever play Braid? I never asked you.
No.
No, you didn't? Okay. So Braid was this game that is a platformer, puzzle solver, and you have this ability to go back in time. So let's say you're playing Mario Brothers, you fucking run into a mushroom on the ground. You can hit a button, go back in time.
So like a checkpoint?
No, not like a checkpoint. You just go back in time at any moment.
Okay.
Like, you could go the wrong way.
Like, remix! And just bring it back.
Yeah, let's say, like, there's a pit with fucking thorns down there, and you jump down it to see if you can go somewhere. Instead of restarting at the beginning of the level, you can hit a button and reverse back in time to where you were.
Okay.
Fucking awesome ability to have. It's cool as shit. And it's a real artsy game. It looks pretty and everything. And what they do with that reverse time is you actually have to, solve puzzles with it. So, like, the only way to get through that door is to do something over on this side of the map, go back in time, and then be in that original spot where you can make the jump and bring the key with you, something like that.
That's awesome. You know what, one thing I've noticed with puzzle games that's and games in general lately is they don't make you replay 10 minutes of a game if you screw up or die or something like that.
Right.
Like, you know how frustrating... Okay, good example. I'll give you a perfect example last time I had a situation like this. Last mission in Halo, okay?
Yeah.
Last mission in Halo, you have to drive the Warthog.
Halo 3.
I'm talking about Halo 1.
Oh, Halo 1, okay.
In Halo 1, the last mission, you have to drive a Warthog like fucking 7 minutes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Through like this crazy-ass, everything's blowing up, the whole world's exploding around you shit, right? If you mess up, you have to start all over.
Yep.
That is so fucking annoying. And so now what I've noticed in puzzle games is that, honestly, like, if you're going through a level, it's not going to make you this feeling of, fuck, I got to do that all over again.
Yeah.
It's not really there anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
some games, but a lot of times you can save your fucking check bank or.
But
whatever.
I think like games where you actually like save it and it's at the exact moment. Those are kind of gone away. It's all become a checkpoint system.
Yeah.
What did Halo start the checkpoint system? I mean, what? Because it used to be you could just save games at just any moment. You know what I mean?
But I think the checkpoint started with Mario because you'd go halfway through the level and you hit a checkpoint.
Okay. That wow.
Yeah.
Bringing it back. Woo.
So anyhow, I'm following the developer of Braid, Jonathan Blow. About 3 years ago, this is like 2010, 2009, he releases a video on a new project he's working on called The Witness, and it is the most beautiful thing ever. And then all of a sudden, all talk about it, his blog, everything about it, from Jonathan Blow about The Witness stops. About 5 months ago, they announced the PS4.
Yeah.
And one of the games is The Witness.
That's awesome.
So I ended up showing you the trailer and everything, and like it is.
I don't know what the fuck it's about. Like as I watch the trailer,
I don't know what it's about. I know that it's a puzzle game, and it's absolutely breathtaking, beautiful.
I think it's interesting once you know a developer, know a a creator of a game, you have this like trust with them. You're like, okay, he made this awesome game. I know he's gonna make this other awesome game.
That's the thing. That's how you know. You know how we had this discussion, are you a gamer or not? If you ever want to pull that card, you're a real gamer if you are a fan of the developer and you trust future projects that they make.
Well, it's kind of like...
But that only really appeals...
But that's
at
like,
the same time, that only appeals to indie. That doesn't really appeal to, like, mainstream games.
I'll give you a way...
Oh, the guys that made Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, the guys that... Yeah, the guy... Vince Zampella, the guys that made
How
that...
do you know their names? Because you're a real gamer. You
Fist. That's the only way I know their names.
Fisticuffs is such a value to this community. People don't understand it.
Yeah.
I wish more people like Fisticuffs. I really do, because Fisticuffs has a lot of shit.
He's like the only one like fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? There's like, fuck.
I agree.
Can I just? Okay, man. There's no. I know this is cheesy. I know it's a game. I know it's about killing people and pissing people off. But there's no honor in Call of Duty anymore.
No.
There's zero. And I keep on holding on to this idea that there is and there isn't, and it's frustrating. Can I talk about Big Worm?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't have any issue with Big Worm. His
name's Blackworm, but yeah.
Sorry, Black Worm. I don't have any issue with him. He's a cool dude. I think his commentaries are fucking funny, you know?
Hey, it's the Worm!
Yeah. I think the dude's fucking funny, and I think he provides an entertainment thing. But
what are you mad because I camp?
There's this like small percentage of me that's like, not everyone is gonna play like this. I know not everyone's gonna play like this, but like you're showing people how to play like the biggest asshole in the world, and it's frustrating if.
Hey, if they let me do it in the game, I can do it in the game. It's the Worm.
I know, and I know that. I know just because I 5% of me doesn't like it, it's not going to change anything. And there's nothing against the guy's entertainment.
Here's
you know,
the thing.
I knife. That's annoying.
Worm is playing the game the correct way, right? The stuff that he's doing is allowing him to get a high score, right?
Yeah.
But there's no honor in it, right? He's camping, but taking camping to a different level. All right.
Crazy level.
And the craziest thing about it is the dude is trolling.
I would quit. If I got into a lobby with people that are doing what Worm's doing in his videos, I would quit. If you guys don't know, I'll free shout out to Worm, okay? This is what he does, okay? He will play like a kill confirmed or a team deathmatch or whatever, and he will set up shop in an area.
It's the Worm!
He will find a piece of real estate and be like, I'm moving in this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And he will set up shop with a riot shield, head glitch over that, trophy system so you can't destroy anything, get a couple kills, get sentry guns and guardians, and he's like indestructible.
Yeah, he sets up his own little fortress and camps in a room, right? This is what the Worm does. And it is funny. It's entertaining. But the thing is the game allows you... He's not doing a head glitch. He's not doing...
Yeah, he is.
Huh?
Yeah, he is.
Well, okay, maybe he
puts a riot shield down and head glitches over.
Well, I don't. It's not technically a glitch, but what I'm saying is
okay.
This is what I mean, right? This dude is not cheating. He's not.
No, I never said he was cheating.
He's not cheating. He's playing the game the correct way. And the reason why I say the correct way is because the game allows you to play that way. All right. Now the problem is people cry and say, "Well, that's fucking cheap. He's getting cheap kills." But he's not cheating. He's not fucking hacking the game. He's playing it the way you could. Now, you could say the same argument for the dude that runs around and knifes people. This is not fair. Like, I don't even see this dude coming, and he fucking stabs me. You could say that about snipers. This is fucking horrible. This guy has figured out how to snipe pretty good, and he doesn't even have to get in a gun battle with me. He can take me out across the map, and I can't even see him. It's unfair. Like, get this shit out of here. You know what I mean? I hate when people fucking, like... get mad about Worm. You can't get mad about that.
I'm not getting mad about him. I'm just there's this part of me like it hurts my soul because cool dude, whatever. But like that's so annoying, and he's it's just annoying. Not Worm himself, but like that play style's annoying. I'm not mad at Worm. I'm mad at the play style.
Now here's where I think Call of Duty would be awesome. All right, imagine if you had a whole fucking team and a whole opponent team filled with worms. How would that game play out? They'd be fucking inching, sneaking. It would be fucking a different game. People say, oh, if you make the game slow, it's not entertaining. How? Now people are on the edge of their seat. Who's going to get caught? Who are they going to get? Like, there's so many different levels of entertainment. This whole fucking run and gun thing's supposed to be so exciting. I find what Worm does exciting. And I think if there was a whole fucking team versus a whole other team and they were all camping, being ninjas, sneaking around the map, trying to get that fucking first kill, trying to set up shop, that would be entertaining as fuck.
I don't know. I just the reason why it hurts my soul is that I even have to like argue why that's like such
It's
a douchey.
the fucking Worm, motherfucker.
I'm not mad at the player. I'm mad at the play style. And then like, I'm sure it's not like that play style is going to run rampant just because Worm's making videos on it.
And
I'm still going to run into lives where people are doing that.
On top of Worm, dude, he's got that fucking voice, dude. He's like, hey, motherfucker, it's a worm.
I like him. I think he's fucking entertaining. And
These motherfuckers trying to go over here and shoot me. I got fucking
I
shields.
even find his videos entertaining because it's funny because I know how fucking furious I would be if I came into a lobby and I played against people that played like that. I've done it. I just quit. I'd leave.
I think I'm going to make a fucking, I don't know, a gamer tag that looks like the Worm.
You know what would take the cake for me? Would really
What?
make me lose humanity in Call of Duty? Is if... So you know the whole situation where people would get full parties to like run support for them. Like, you know, run nothing but... If you have a team and everyone on your team is running UAV, counter UAV, Blackbird, and your radar's just getting pimped the whole fucking game, it's going to make gameplays easier, okay? We talked about, like, Jay Nasty back in the day. He used to do that shit, like, get full parties.
He still does it.
Okay. Imagine if Worm did the same kind of thing.
People.
No. Imagine this, okay? Imagine if Worm had people running support for him, but not in the support of UAVs and stuff. Support in the fact
They,
of, like, trophy systems.
Yeah, they throw him sentry guns.
And throw him sentry guns and give him, whatchamacallits. Because part of what's kind of crazy about the first video I saw of the Worm was obviously Thunder's video, right?
Yeah.
And even though I was like, that's such a douchebag thing, the way that he had it set up, it was like the whole place was fucking microwaved.
Okay, you see where he is right here, right? We're looking at a video, and there's this one spot on Studio, which is like a dead-end street, and there's nothing else in there. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you're on
on Spawn.
Yeah, it's on a fucking start point of Spawn, right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine if you and a bunch of your friends went into, like, the second level of, like, well, it wouldn't work because then the fucking flags would be taken. But imagine if you started off the game and you had nothing there and your whole team stayed back there and they had to try to come into that fucking zone with fucking, like, 10 different fucking sentry guns.
Yeah.
You ain't losing.
But that's such a... Here's the thing. When people play that way, you are forced... It's not becoming a game of running around and shooting people. It's literally forced of figuring out ways to smoke them out.
Yeah.
And you're forcing them to play a different game. And it's just annoying. I like the simplicity of running around and seeing people and shooting them. And
yeah, I got to tell you about this thing. I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast, or listening to it, I should say, and they had the guy on there from Vice City. Or Vice. Not Vice City, but Vice.
The HBO show?
You know how Vice started? They were, like, making documentaries on sneakers and shit?
On sneakers?
Yeah, something to do with sneakers. And then they fucking started getting into, like, real-world stuff and doing documentaries on real-world stuff. Anyhow, Vice is taking off right now.
Yeah.
Well, Vice, fucking, the head guy up there, he was talking about this thing called Cargo Cult. And he was talking about it, and he was saying that, like, basically there was, like, this tribe of, like, black people on this island, right? Never seen any people from the outside world. Well, we're in World War II, and we need a base there to refuel.
Okay.
Right? So we land down there, we fucking build a little fucking strip to land planes and shit, and the U.S. government sets up shop there. Well, these motherfuckers that have never seen anyone from the outside world living in, like, the Bronze Age, right? They see this dude, and they're like, oh, my God. Angels are coming down on spaceships.
Wow.
Because they don't know any better. They're like, angels are coming down on spaceships, and they're, like, delivering, like, the fucking, like shit from the god, right? So they worship, like, the cargo that's coming in.
But that's... Okay.
All right, and this is in the 1940s. So a whole religion starts on this island with these people that don't know shit about the outside world.
Because the airdrops?
Because of the fucking planes coming in. Whole religion starts of it, right? They start, like, making, like, fake planes out of sticks and, like, putting them out and worship them. And these were U.S. servicemen, so they got, like, USA on their fucking chest and shit. They start worshiping them. Now other fucking white men are, like, coming in, and they're, like, attacking them. And they're attacking them, like, dressed up like 1940s U.S. airmen because that's like what their god wears.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. And it just goes to show how fucking ridiculous all religion is. You know what I mean? Because people that don't know shit about the world try to fucking find meaning in it. So they fucking like, hey, there's a guy in a fucking plane lands. Like, it obviously must be a god. It makes you wonder, like, if all religions started with like aliens coming in UFOs. Like, oh, that's God.
You're too far out. You're out of bounds. You're too
No,
far
I'm
out
not.
right
How
now.
does that not just directly relate? This fucking group of people think that their god is this white man.
But see, here's the thing. This is the first time of a religion or a cult or whatever you want to call it. This is the first time where there's actually like concrete evidence. They don't know any better. They're on an island.
No, there's multiple tribes around the world now that are being introduced to the outside world for the first time, and they're like thinking that they're gods, and whole religions are spawning from it.
That's crazy.
And there's like evidence of proof, like when Columbus hit, they thought Aztec or whatever the fuck his name was. Who's the guy that defeated the Aztecs? I can't think of his name, but they thought he was a god. You know what I mean? How would they know? Think about it right now. What if there was a species of humans, right?
Okay.
That were way more technically advanced than us, that were living here on Earth. We just haven't discovered them yet.
Asians.
All right, whatever. We know about Asians, all right? What if they fucking landed down and these people were purple and they had fucking UFOs? They're humans. They're from this Earth. We just didn't know about them yet. We haven't found their island that they lived on, right?
There's a UFO island.
I'm saying imagine. I'm making this up.
Okay.
Right? This motherfucker shows up on a UFO and lands in front of you and he's a fucking purple human that you've never seen before. You're going to think this motherfucker has special powers. You're not going to think like, oh, that's just another human. We just haven't discovered them yet. You're going to be like, wow, my brain cannot wrap around what the fuck this is right now. This has to be something supernatural. And that's that's exactly what's going on with these tribes. Everyone's fucking black, dude. All of a sudden this white dude comes. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That doesn't look anything like any human being I've ever seen before in my life. It's a fucking alien. It's supernatural. What?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Doesn't interest me.
It doesn't interest you because you do. How does that not interest you? That is a
Because we got shit that we have to fucking worry about already. Why attack other shit? Why fucking worry about what other shit's going on if we need to fucking worry about our own shit?
What do you mean? I'm not worrying about anything. I'm just saying that, like, that is
So
a
you're saying there's like, okay, so you're saying there's like tribes and they're and part of Western civilization and cultures that we haven't, that are completely segregated from everything else, and then we're running into them and we're like, wow, this is crazy, and they think that we're gods?
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
No, but that is perfect because it explains how religion starts. It explains why Mormons think that fucking some guy was contacted by Jesus on a hill. It explains why people think Jesus came. It explains why people think Allah has showed up. It explains all this crazy fucking religion shit that's in our world. Every single religion is based on no proof whatsoever. Every single religion is. You name me one religion where they have concrete proof.
I mean, you know my opinion on religion. Religion is more of a thing that comforts people. It's an opiate, okay? It's there because this concept of...
Yeah, but people want to argue. They're like, no, Santa Claus is real. He lives in the North Pole. Like, they want to argue this stupid shit.
Yeah, but I think religion's an okay thing, though. Because if someone wants to believe in something, and the Bible is a basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? If people want to read that and live their life better, then let them live their life better.
Well, part of the reason why you have religion is for control, right? You want to tell people, look, don't go around killing people, or you're going to go to fucking hell. You're not going to live forever, right? That's important that people believe that. Otherwise, there's chaos. It doesn't matter, right? I live in a world where I don't believe in religion, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what the consequences are for fucking just going out and shooting someone.
Yeah, you do. You know the consequences of that.
Not afterlife.
Well, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So, I believe, and this is the only reason why I believe this is because there's no proof otherwise, that when I die, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
I believe that. All
Yeah.
right? So why not go out right now? Why don't I just kill you for the fun of it right now? Bang, see ya, and just say, ha ha ha, bang, me too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I die right now or if I live for the end of my fucking days and have this amazing fucking life. It doesn't matter if I'm a bum or if I'm fucking rich. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, everything that I've accomplished is going to be erased. The memory in my fucking brain, done, gone, fucking whatever.
But that's like saying, I don't care how you have to take a road trip to Florida, okay? Hear me out on this. You have to take a road trip to Florida. You're saying, well, eventually I'm going to get to Florida, so I don't give a fuck if I have to get dragged by a truck the whole way there. I don't care about the ride.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because...
You're saying you don't care about the ride, though.
What I'm saying is, when I get to fucking Florida, I'm not going to remember the fucking trip up. If you could fucking explain
Sure
that.
you are.
But
Sure.
that's that. But then that's a horrible metaphor. That's a horrible metaphor.
How is that a horrible metaphor?
Because when you die, right, you don't remember anything. Everything that you've ever fucking grabbed has gone. When you say, oh, well, that's like going to Florida. When I get to Florida, I'm going to remember how the fuck it got there.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying that is you're talking about you don't care, that mentality of you don't really give a shit what's going on because when you die, you're just gone. So who the fuck cares what we do while we're here? What I'm saying is that's like saying going to Florida, like let's say you're taking a road trip to Florida. Life is a road trip to Florida, okay?
Yep.
So you're saying it doesn't matter whenever we get to Florida, it doesn't matter how we got there. It has no bearing on how we got there.
No, because when you get to Florida, you're going to remember. That cannot be a metaphor to use because it does not apply to fucking dying and everything being gone. Here's a perfect example, right? If I went to fucking Florida, right, and I fucking fell in a sinkhole and died, right?
Yeah.
And then there was two different ways I went. One, I was dragged by a horse, and two, I fucking took a plane and landed just fine. It's not going to matter how the fuck I get to Florida because at the end of the day, I'm dying and I'm not going to remember.
So why don't you do crazy shit while you're here?
That's why I think people go crazy, is because they don't have religion. And I think religion stops a lot of crazy people from losing
But you don't have
shit.
religion, but you don't go murking people.
Sometimes I wonder, why don't I? What? Because there's no meaning to life. Life has nothing. There's nothing. Our whole fucking life is based on building and grabbing things. You know what I mean? We want to have a job so we can get more money, so we can get more things. Or we live in a fucking materialistic fucking world, right?
Yeah.
We just want to gather stuff and we want to build. It's like a game of Minecraft, pretty much. We all just want to build our fucking lives and build our house and build everything that we have, right? Mm-hmm. And our brains work the same way, right? Our life is about experiences and filling your memory bank in your brain filled with awesome memories. You want to go skydiving so you can remember, oh my God, that was awesome, having that experience and logging that in your brain and always being able to look back at the time you fucking went skydiving.
So what I'm saying is the trip of life, you want to fill it with good shit, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, does it matter? Because the fucking thing is gone.
Well, I'm just saying you only get one shot at life. So why don't you fucking just try to have the best one you can?
But when it's over, it's not there anymore. So what is the point? It doesn't matter if it's amazing. You're going to lose everything. Everything is going to be gone and taken from you. Every memory, every experience is going to be gone when you fucking die. So that's why I think a lot of people go crazy, because it doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't matter if I go fucking blast a bunch of people. It doesn't matter if I jump off this fucking entire state building and die right now, or if I die when I'm an old man and have a fucking all these. It doesn't matter, because you're fucking everything's erased. It's gone.
But that doesn't mean that while you're doing this on this journey, you can't dictate how good it is.
You can experience it while it's happening.
Yeah, experience it while it's happening, day to day. Stop and smell the roses. I think that people say shit like that. So, like, carpe diem, seize the day, all that shit. Because
But you can't keep it. You can't keep it.
But just because you can't keep it doesn't mean you can't save it while you're here.
You can't keep it.
So, okay, so that
I don't see any value. Like,
then why don't you go murk people?
I don't know. I don't know, because like, there's part of my fucking body that has made itself, in my brain, that's made itself rules. Like, you don't want to do that because there's going to be consequences.
Exactly. You don't. The reason why you don't murk people is what if murder was legal? What if murder was legal?
You'd have to kill, otherwise you'd be killed.
Yeah, pretty much.
If it was legal, someone
Yeah.
would try to kill you, you'd have to kill them in self-defense.
Yeah, so what, would there be one last person standing after everything?
Not everyone would murder everyone. They'd be like, look, this is not a good idea that we kill everyone. We want to have some type of security. So what people would start doing is what we see today in modern society. They'd build clans. You know, you have the USA clan, the fucking Russia clan. Everyone gets grouped up and say, look, we're a team here. We're not going to kill each other. We're one fucking team. And that turns into countries. And then, you know what I mean? That's basically what's already happened.
But then within the countries, within the clans, they say don't kill each other. So
yeah, we're all on the same team. We're all Americans.
The reason why we don't kill each other is because for the fear of like spending the rest of our lives in a prison or getting killed in retaliation. That's why we don't kill people. It's not a moral thing. It's like, oh, I could never do that. It's because the fucking repercussions of it.
Because in our bodies, right, there's something that wants you to survive and wants you to live.
Yeah, naturally.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you start thinking about the meaning of life, there is no fucking meaning.
There is.
Where's the fucking meaning? Tell me what the meaning is.
I haven't figured that out, but that's part of the journey.
At the end of the day, motherfucker, if you can't prove it, then it ain't happening. If you can't prove it, then the shit did not happen.
That life didn't happen?
I don't know. You can prove that life happened because you're fucking talking right now.
Yeah, so there.
But can you really prove it? Because this shit could be a dream.
No, it's not.
It could be a dream.
Nope.
Could be a dream.
I know what a fucking dream is. I've had dreams before.
What if a dream is a simulated dream inside of this dream? You've ever had a dream in a dream?
Like the Inception idea. I get that. I actually, you know what? I've had a situation where, have you ever woken up from a dream but you were still in a dream?
Yes.
That shit is trippy. Because you know what though? Sometimes I think, how come we don't really remember our dreams?
I think we don't remember our dreams because once we wake up, right, our first initial response is every morning when I wake up, I'm frightened a little bit.
Okay.
I feel fear. I feel like, where am I? What's going on? And then
every morning?
Oh, every morning.
Even though you know where you're waking up.
Yeah, I think you do too. I think everyone does.
I don't have a fear when I wake up. I wake up, I'm like, hey,
I don't.
Bam.
Listen,
it's not like that.
Listen, I'm talking about fear for half a second. I'm not talking about sitting there thinking, wow, I'm afraid. Where am I? Like, you don't have time to register that length of fear. It's just an instant like, whoa, okay, wait, I was dreaming. Okay, I'm home.
But I don't
wonder what time it is.
I hardly ever remember my dreams, though.
I don't remember my dreams either. What I'm saying is that flash of fucking like, wow, I'm here. This is the real world. That was a dream. That groggy like coming back into this world when you wake up from dreaming, you end up like just deleting all the files that you just were searching in your dreams. Yeah. You just self-delete it. You're like, wait, no, that's not the real one. Goodbye. And I think that's why you forget your dreams. People that get so caught up in their dreams remember their dreams. But when I wake up, I'm like, whoa, I'm in reality, and then I quick fucking delete whatever that's there, and I don't remember.
It's almost like your hard drive is only so big, and these files are so HD that you have to constantly delete footage to make room.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. This is a great analogy.
That's all. That's the only kind of analogies I make.
Because I don't remember. Not the Florida one didn't make sense, but the thing is dreams are so fucked up. And here's another weird thing: daydreaming. Nobody talks about daydreaming really that much, but sometimes you'll get caught up in a daydream and you'll literally be somewhere else. It's like fucking teleportation. Oh, dude, I thought of this amazing way to troll people when teleportation comes down.
You've already locked the teleportation trolling market? Go.
Yeah.
You are already claiming first. No, in fucking 50 years, Keems would be like, you know teleportation trolling? You know you young bucks teleportation trolling? I was the first one to do that. Look
at episode 35 of the BadKidCast. All right, so for some reason I was daydreaming the other day, and I was thinking about the whole fucking being able to teleport shit. Because we talked about it on the podcast. Yeah. And for some reason, I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, there's got to be a way to troll people that are teleporting. Like, maybe put the teleport, like, in Alaska or something. They think they're going, whatever, like, change the buttons. And then I thought of this amazing way to troll somebody. But, like, I don't know. I think this is almost murder, right?
Go ahead.
This is what you do, right?
This is such an out there idea that I don't care that it's not like they're going to investigate you for murder.
Well, this is like fucking murder and so on. Like, let's say, name one person that you don't mind saying publicly that you hate. It doesn't. You're not talking in the mic again, motherfucker.
I'm talking. I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
A person that I publicly do not like.
Is there anyone? There's got to be.
My stepdad was kind of a scumbag.
All right, so your stepdad, right?
Yeah.
Fucking teleportation happens, right? Your stepdad, you fucking hate him. You want the dude to die, right? This is what you do.
Damn. Okay.
This
Words
is-
in my mouth, but okay. Not mine. Go
All right,
ahead.
all right. Let's say hypothetically, you want to kill the motherfucker. This is what you do, right? Now you can use anything, but for this example, I'll use like pitchforks, right?
Okay.
You take a bunch of pitchforks in the fucking teleporter that he's about to receive in, like come into. He just fucking spawns in the teleporter and he's got all these pitchforks inside of his body. You know what I mean? He fucking
That's
die.
on some Mortal Kombat shit. Like, god damn, that's crazy.
I was saying, if you really want to fuck with somebody, like you put a garbage can in the teleporter, and all of a sudden this garbage can's like inside of the dude. He's like walking around. He's got a big fucking garbage.
Why don't you start
can, like,
simple? Why don't you put like time release smoke bombs in payphones? Why don't you just do that?
What do you mean?
Well, you know those like old style payphones that you have to like get into, like a phone booth.
Yeah.
Well, why can't you have something where you're like a fucking gassy fart or something that would happen in the thing and it locked the door?
No, what I'm saying is like if there's anything in that teleporter, wouldn't your body just generate around it?
They would have fucking safe fails for people that want to like.
Yeah, but if you really want to fuck with somebody, because everyone, if they invent teleporters, right, you're gonna need a teleporter in your house, right?
Yeah.
For someone to come to your house
To keep up with the Joneses, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like, okay, well, I'm going over.
Imagine
to...
looking down on people because they didn't have a teleporter. You don't have a teleporter?
How the
What?
fuck am I gonna get to your house? I'm not walking outside with that pollution.
What is Is this like 2012 or something? You don't have a teleporter? What the fuck? Retro.
So anyhow, you just put something in your teleporter. That's all you do.
It baffles me. It baffles me the idea of how awesome teleportation is, and the first thing you come up with is like, can we put a whoopee cushion in there so when they get there it's a fart noise? Like your first initial thing is how to fuck with people.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
You think about this shit all the time. Like I talk about how you could be like have absolute power or whatever, and you do it to dictate how people are. It's like no, if you like, I gave you the scenario if you had like unlimited money, what would you do? And you're like, I would make people dance like puppets, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you just like?
Because not okay. Listen, I don't like control freaks. I hate them, but I happen to be a control freak.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't like controlling people is because they're impossible to work with because I'm always trying to control my surroundings.
Okay.
And I don't know why I'm like that, but I don't know. You want to control everything. You know, you do.
You maybe.
If I want my audience to be upset and mad, I pull the strings. I get them mad. If I want to make them happy, I make them happy. You know what I mean?
I'm on my own business. I'm different. I don't think that. I want to control people.
I don't really know if I have a problem.
I'm almost the anti that. I'm almost want to like encourage people to just do your own thing.
But
Think
it's
about
not.
yourself.
It's not like a thing where I'm a control freak like 24/7. It's not like one of those things because there's times where I want people to have their own choices and to give me like feedback, like what they're really thinking. And
You are trying to control when it's appropriate for people to have their own choices. That's controlling on a second level. So you're basically saying, yeah, that'd be cool a lot of times if you guys would make up your own minds, but like when it comes time to it, I want you guys to follow me. That's even a second level of controlling. That you're dictating when it's appropriate for them to follow you and when it's appropriate to make their own decisions.
And FAG, I had a following, right?
Yeah.
If I told my fucking fans to fucking go do something, they would do it, right? Greatest thing in the world, right?
But having control over over a section of your audience to go do something, how is that great of a feeling? I don't get it.
I'm trying to give it some kind of like. Have you ever played a video game where you like start building up an army?
Like Command and Conquer.
Yeah, you start building up an army. Your army gets bigger and bigger, and you can fuck with more people. And that's kind of what like a big portion of my YouTube career was, right? It was like building a fan base to go fuck with other fan bases. You know what I mean? Like, we got in a war with Wings, right? It was like my army versus Wings' army, and like fucking people are clashing, talking shit, like trying to hack each other. Like, I don't know. There's something amazing about that. I don't know what it is. Like, it's the sense of empowerment, right? Feels amazing. Like, the fact that you had that issue with the dude that screwed you over for the car part, right? And you knew, I don't think you acted on this, but you knew, like, if you told your subscribers to go give them shit, that shit would have got done. Like, that feeling right there of having that power is amazing.
I'll quickly explain the story. So,
but at the same time, with great power comes great responsibility, and that's the one thing that I'm missing, right? Like, I fucking made my people do
with
some
great
crap.
power comes great responsibility. You're running a YouTube channel. You're not running a fucking army. You're not like the great emperor came with control.
Not now because I've changed. But in FA,
they've tried to take us down, and we've raised up again several times. It's like, come on, dude, you're running a fucking YouTube channel. You're not running a fucking
during
army.
FAG, it was like that, dude. During FAG, it was like that. You can ask anyone. Like, my fans were called slaves. My subscribers were slaves, and it was that. That was it. And they fucking knew it. They were like, "I'm your slave, Keemstar.
That's
what would you like me to do?"
It's a weird thing to aspire to want. Like, I just ended up with it. Like, let me quickly.
It's not that I inspired to want it. It just kind of happened, and once it happened, it was the greatest thing ever.
Well, I understand that there's probably a small percentage of my audience that would blindly follow anything I said. I'm aware of that, okay?
I think a big portion of it is we all want to be king. We all want to be at the top of the...
Not this wee stuff, though. I don't.
If you could choose to be a fucking ruler of a kingdom, would you do it?
No.
Yes, you
I don't want to be in charge of all those people. I'm barely in fucking charge of myself. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't want 12,000
Well, that's
people.
probably why...
I don't want 12,000 people coming up to me like, hey, fix this, fix it. Fix yourself.
That's probably why we're friends. Because you're not like that. I can't get along with people that are like me.
Yeah, of course. That's obviously how it fucking works, though. Let me explain with the whole possible me using my powers just because I have a large audience on YouTube, okay? Let me just kind of...
I'm not saying use them,
Well, no.
right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, like, having almost, like, a false sense of, like, an army. It's the greatest thing ever. It's great for them, too. It's not like I'm using them and abusing them. It's like they know what's up and they're in on it, you know? It's great.
Okay.
Like Operation False Hope. That is the fucking prime example of what I'm talking about, right? I get a bunch of people on a stream, we go and fuck with other streams, and we pull off these amazing pranks together. It's exactly...
Okay, when you're using them in unison to make a cool prank like that...
When you're using them in unison to do anything.
Okay, can I please explain the fucking story?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, I ordered a fifth wheel, which is a car part that you put on the back of like a Cadillac or Buick or a Lincoln, okay? It's a cosmetic, cool-looking thing. I ordered this literally 2 years ago. So, I got it, and it was the wrong one. Basically, the centerpiece is wrong. So, I've been calling them forever. I'm like, this is taking forever. This is absolutely ridiculous. You need to send me the right part. This is insane. Like, I haven't been able to put this on my car for 2 years.
You sent the old one back.
No, I still have it.
Or don't you have to send the old one back to get the new one?
No, it's just a centerpiece.
Okay.
And they've used the excuse of, oh, we'll send you a box so that you can send the old one back, but they've never sent it to me, and it's just bad. Like, it's obviously they don't give a fuck. The sale's already made. They don't give a shit, and they're scumbags, right? So here's the thing: when you look up, if you go to Google and type in Cadillac Fleetwood Limited, the first thing that pops up is my video of when I got the car.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a rare car, okay? That's what you type in Google. This is what I wanted to say to him, okay? I was like, listen, if I don't get satisfaction, if you don't give me this part that I've been fucking arguing with about for 2 fucking years, if you don't get this to me by a certain date, then what I will do is I will make a video reviewing your company. So here's what's going to happen. Because I have a large audience and because it's going to be a rant and people don't really see that from me too often, that's going to be the most viewed thing. So whenever anybody in this world, goes to Google and types in your company, the first thing they're going to see is a video from me basically saying that your company's shit.
Right.
Make it right.
And they didn't fix it?
Well, I never actually said that to him.
But you should have. What the fuck?
Because I don't want to use I don't know. I just think that it's like shitty to like use your okay. Sometimes when I'm playing online.
But your audience, okay, now here's the difference, right? It's not using your audience, and this is why I don't think it's using your audience, right? When I said to my fans, like, let's go fuck up Wings of Redemption, right?
Yeah.
When I told my fans to go do that, they wanted to. They wanted to. They were down to fuck up someone. It's not like I'm, like, forcing them with a gun to their head, like, yo, you have to do this. And if you were to make that video, people would want to do that. They would have fun seeing all their fucking peers getting together and fucking trying to fucking fuck up this company.
So you're basically saying that it's the idea of being part of a bigger
part
thing.
of a movement, part of something that's bigger than yourself. So
I don't want to lead movements. I do not want to be in charge of leading movements.
My fans, I get emails all the time like, dude, look, man, FAG was the shit. It was the greatest time of my life. I come home from school. People would tell me this weird shit, right? Actually, Dylan brought this up to me. He goes, you know, Keemstar, when you're making your trolling videos, you're like bullying people, right? But then you have all these kids that write you letters. They're like, dude, I get bullied at school, but when I get home, like, I feel empowered being part of FAG because, you know, like, you just make me laugh or whatever. Like,
well, that's why we get along, because we're different. I don't want to lead any kind of brigade. I don't want to fucking get the troops together and go fuck with people, or even
like
go...
when we ran the Dildos for Africa campaign, everyone's spamming Dildos for Africa on fucking Woody's videos, White Boy's videos. Like, that was somewhat big at that time 2 years ago. Like, they couldn't make a video without the top comment being Dildos for Africa. That was awesome.
Why is it awesome that we get a top comment on people's videos? What's so awesome about that?
Because it was our people. It was our people all working together as a common goal. And that is one of the greatest things about humanity is partnerships, teamwork, fucking, you know, people.
I like individuality.
Okay, well, let me explain this to you. You cannot fucking have electric anymore.
Why?
Because a lot of people are working all together to make sure electrical current goes into your fucking house.
Okay, well, that's a ridiculous...
You're not allowed to have a PlayStation anymore. A lot of fucking people are working together to get that PlayStation
That doesn't mean
together.
I don't want to be... That's not... Okay, come on, dude. That's like saying that I'm not going to be able to have cable because the people...
You're not allowed to fucking have hammer...
You completely misunderstood
Look, Blade,
what I'm trying to say, though.
let me put you in the middle of the woods, right?
I don't want to be in the middle of the fucking woods.
Go to the middle of the woods, get yourself a fucking knife, go stab some fucking deers and shit.
How is this... Okay, how is that relative to what we're talking about?
That is relative. I'm talking about fucking... people working together as a common fucking goal. Teammanship. Being a part of something.
Teammanship?
Yeah, you can't
That's
fucking
the
have...
name of the episode, Teammanship.
The greatest...
Teammanship, write that down. Holy shit. Teammanship.
Teammanship.
Oh my god.
You can't have anything in this world. This world would not exist if there wasn't people working together.
I understand that. But it's YouTube. It's the internet.
Stop downplaying it, bro. I'm telling you right now, if people didn't all work together and spread the word out...
I'm not saying work together is a bad thing. I'm just saying that I'm not going to lead a brigade to fucking try to take down a company just because I had a disagreement with them. If I play Call of Duty online and a dude's doing something I don't like, I'm not going to... Sometimes I want to, but I'm not going to fucking get on Twitter and say, hey, fucking report this dude, take him down.
Every single day you upload a video and the Only Use Me Blade fans watch them.
Yeah. They enjoy it. That's the deal.
You're leading a group already and you don't even know it.
But no, I'm not leading the group. I'm just entertaining people. That's all it is.
No, you're leading a fucking group.
No, I'm not leading a group because what actions am I telling them to do? What places am I telling them to go?
I watched the Sunday Chill commentary, right? Mm-hmm. And in the Sunday Chill commentary, you said this one statement that I'll never forget. It was brilliance on your part, but you said, are the people in my life or are they just a character in my story? You said something like that.
Yeah.
All right. You basically gave that idea to me and to other people that watch the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
People have that idea now, right? You fucking said a statement that now people are going to follow and they're actually going to react to that statement. You, in a sense, are a leader just by the things that you say that appeal to the masses.
That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. But what I'm talking about is you're talking about taking that. So now that you have that, right, you're talking about taking that and...
Better example. Way better example.
Okay.
You don't like the fact that T. Martin uploads the trailer of Call of Duty. So what you do is you re-upload T. Martin's re-upload of the fucking trailer. Perfect example.
To be funny.
To be fun. What? To be funny, my ass. Right.
That is to be funny.
You made a statement that this is fucked up. That's what you did, right? And T. Martin,
I poke fun at it though.
You started it. You started. Who fucking made a video picking on T. Martin for re-uploading the trailers? They might have said some shit on Twitter, but you started that. And now every time T. Martin uploads a video, since that happened, like 2 months ago, he's getting hate. Never had hate before you did it.
Yeah, I'm not a crook. I don't know. I was just having fun. I get what you're saying. I get
That
what you're
motherfucker, every single
That's
video he
great.
makes, he's getting hate now. And he's getting hate because of you. You lead it a fucking idea. You were the fucking king of, listen, Empire, listen to my people, to my following. Right? Now, you didn't say this literally, but this is the message that you told them. It is fucked up that this T. Martin dude has 1 million subscribers by fucking tricking the Google AdSense and getting a higher ranking on the re-upload of the fucking trailer as opposed to Call of Duty releasing the trailer on their own YouTube channel. That's fucking wrong. It's cheap. It's not cool. That's what you said by your little joke. And it hit home. It hit home with the Blade followers. It hit home with me because I thought that way the whole time. It fucking hits home with so many people, and now that motherfucker has to deal with hate because you put him on blast.
Well, I'm sorry, T. I was just cracking a joke. That's all. I'm sorry. If I am the reason why you're starting now.
You are the reason. You are the reason that T. Martin started getting hate. And I'm not saying that you're bad for that, because I agree with you. I think he should be put on blast for that. T. Martin, I love you. You're awesome. I met you in real life. You're a cool dude. I don't think you're a douchebag in any sense of the fucking word, right? But when it comes to a YouTuber, you're doing a cheap tactic. I don't respect you. When I see the re-uploaded trailer, I'm like, fuck that guy, the YouTuber guy. But as far as you, the person, I like you. Blade likes you, right? And you basically led a movement that is now people are not allowed to do that without getting hate. And that started with you. And that's the one thing I love about this YouTube game, right? Is that, in a sense, we're leaders and we have followers, right? We're the person that fucking talks. They're the people that listen. And people that like you, right, that subscribe to your channel and consider themselves to be a Keemstar fan or a Blade fan, follow. You lead, they follow. And that is one of the greatest things in the world, because you can't have that.
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I kind of have, slickly in a ninja-like way, started a lot of commotion in the YouTube community without being the perpetrator. Like, I'm never at the scene of the crime, but I'm always kind of like I was there the night before.
Just like you were saying right now, I'm not going to lead my people. I'm not going to fucking tell my people what to do. I'm not going to do that, right?
Yeah.
And you do that, but you say I don't do it because you're more delicate and more political about that shit. I'm just like, let's go fuck somebody up. Come on, subscribers.
But that's not my intention. My intention wasn't to fuck T. Martin up by poking fun at the fact that he re-uploads trailers. Everyone knows he re-uploaded trailers.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a secret.
But here's the problem.
Everyone
all right?
got the joke.
Here's the problem. The normal subscribers that know that T. Martin's re-uploading videos don't give a fuck. Oh, the trailer's here. Good, it's here, right? What you were saying is like, listen, subscribers, right? I'm a YouTuber, all right? And there's a lot of other YouTubers in this gaming community, right? This shit that T. Martin's doing is cheap, right? We can all upload the trailer, but we don't do it because fucking Call of Duty uploads the trailer. That's their content. I'm an entertainer. I entertain you with my own entertainment. I don't steal people's entertainment and upload it. That's the message you were telling to the subscriber.
It was a tongue-in-cheek reference.
And
to
the
that,
subscribers started thinking about it. They're like, you know what? I really do like that T. Martin uploads the trailer because then I don't have to search for it. But at the same time, that is kind of fucking cheap that he's doing that. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the fucking thing that you opened up in all their minds, and they followed you. And not only that, but then Woody tried to cover it up, right? Because Woody's good friends with T-Martin. He's like, let's make a joke out of this. I'm going to re-upload
It was a
Blaze.
joke, though. That's what it was.
But it's not. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And I know it's deeper than that because every video that T-Martin uploads from now on is getting hate. Why? Because the fucking message was sent out there.
He was getting hate before.
No, he wasn't.
Then why would I re-upload the video, though? The re-upload of the re-upload was poking fun at the situation that everyone was already aware of.
No, other YouTubers were aware of it. But nobody said anything. Every single YouTuber thought T-Martin's kind of cheap. This Ali A dude re-uploading trailers, really? Fucking million subs based off of this shit? Fuck you, suck a dick. We all thought that. But nobody said anything. You were the leader of the whole thing. You were the first one that acted on it.
I just wanted to make a funny video on it. I thought it was, like, I know it sounds bad, but, like, it seemed like a really easy video to make, and it would be funny, and also I'd probably catch a couple views. But I thought it would be funny, and, like, people thought it was hilarious.
So not only did you fucking re-upload the trailer, but then Woody tried to, like, oh, you know what, T-Martin's my buddy, let's kind of fucking, like, downgrade this thing, and it backfired, right? And I'm just guessing. I don't know what was in the mind of Woody, right? I'm guessing. So let's be real here. I don't know what Woody's intentions were.
I think Woody found humor in it the same way I found humor in it. And
I
just kept
honestly
on doing
think
it.
Woody was like, oh, dude, this is my boy T-Martin. Let me see if I can help him out, you know?
No, I disagree. I think that Woody saw that, like, in my T-Mart re-upload thing, I put a Twitter message that was cool for me to upload, that I got from T saying, hey, bro, can I re-upload your re-upload? It'd be funny. I put that in the video, like, on the screen, right? And so it's just poking fun at a situation, like something we were all thinking. I'm just poking fun at it. And then Woody poked fun at the idea of me poking fun, like the Inception thing.
This is the politician of you that's trying to downplay the seriousness.
No, it's not the ball. This is me being me. It was a funny fucking thing.
For me, and a lot of the people that are listening to me right now, we know that it was much deeper than what you're trying to downplay it.
It wasn't, though. It was
poking.
It was. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that T-Martin uploading, re-uploading trailers was always, like, just kind of cheesy, and I thought everyone thought it was cheesy.
But they didn't. They didn't. Not until you did that. Once you did that, then it fucking was like, wow, this is kind of fucked up that he does this.
But don't you think it's kind of fucked up that I profited off of saying that's fucked up?
Well, I agree with you to poke fun at him for it. So,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's wrong to profit off of that.
Okay. If that is the case, my honest opinion is then I wish I would have never made the video. If T-Mart is getting hate directly because I was poking fun at him, then I feel shitty then. T's my boy.
Okay, you've built up a reputation, right? You have subscriber trust.
Yes.
Right? When you did that video, right, it wasn't just the subscribers that were like, you know what, that's fucked up what T Martin's doing. It was the other YouTubers that thought that. And if you don't think that's the case, then why the fuck did people re-upload the fucking re-upload of the re-upload of the re-upload? Why did it go all the way down the chain?
Because the idea of re-uploading a re-upload is ridiculous. The concept of re-uploading a video, I'm poking fun at the idea that the concept of re-uploading a video is ridiculous, that it's so ridiculous I'm going to re-upload the re-upload. And then people kept did this fucking long chain of shit because it was like an ongoing
translation, joke. Fuck you, T Martin. That's
You
what
were looking way too much into it, bro. We were looking way too much into it. I didn't do that. Okay. Then I apologize. I apologize for the fact that I thought that everyone knew that everyone kind of saw that T Martin re-uploading trailers was a little silly.
Subscribers don't. They would never ever get to, well, how would they understand that, right?
Because they have minds. Because they're thinking human beings.
No, they're not YouTubers, bro. They know when a trailer comes out that they can trust T Martin on re-uploading it. It's a service that they like. They enjoy it.
Okay. But what I'm saying...
They don't think like you and me, like, oh my god, what a scumbag. Who would do that?
I'm not saying he's a scumbag. It fucking works. If I can get 1 million views on a video and I don't have to, like, show my butthole, then yeah, I'll do it.
I don't know. At the end of the day, subscribers started waking up and they're like, this is gay. This dude's cheating. He shouldn't have fame for that.
But I think... Okay, as a viewer, let's just look at it as a viewer. If you're a human being, if you're a viewer, you're above 18, or I don't know whatever age is, you can think for yourself, okay? If you can think for yourself, and you watch this, I think any normal human being would comprehend what was kind of going on with him re-uploading videos.
Yeah.
So, there. People still watch it as a service. Cool, whatever. I'm not mad at T, but now I'm kind of starting to think like that's kind of fucked up of me if that really did cause hate. But I was just poking fun at it. That's it. But you're implying that there was some deeper level that.
Of course there was.
No, it wasn't no deeper level.
I can prove it.
Prove it.
Okay, we're gonna go to T Martin's channel.
Okay. Pause. We'll go to T Martin's channel. We're gonna see how many people said Blade
They're not
exposed you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the Bad Kid Cast episode 33. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Bye.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
You have this whole Eeyore mentality. You just you look super
Well,
upset.
no, because I thought we were gonna continue the conversation. You're like, bye, and I'm like, okay, bye. Like,
well, what did you want to talk about?
well, we just took a break and we went and watched the T Martin stuff, and he got some hate on his trailers, but that's about it. Like, I don't know.
Do you want to end the show?
Like
the show's over, right? Like we've talked.
what did we call it? What do we call it? What you called it? Teammanship.
Teammanship.
One of the better episodes I've been a part of. Thank you, sir.
Episode 33, Teammanship. Bad
35-ish.
Kid
It's
Cast.
like 35, isn't it?
No, 35. Yeah, that's what I said, right?
33.
No, it's 35. Kazam!
How are you gonna correct me for some mistake you made?
What?
You corrected me for a mistake you made.
Yeah, because you said it wrong.
No, you know.
What? You just got reversed on. You just got turned on, son.
This has been episode 33. I thought it was 35.
Kazam!
Oh, you haven't even stopped yet?
No!
Oh, I thought you ended it.